Back again with a new video. Filmed this last night, but I was really tired, and so I'm decided to do it over. And it's just me going through, I guess, two packages because I haven't really gotten much in since my last video. Not that I haven't bought items, I have, but it's all in Europe. It's all in the German mailbox. So it's a bunch of Dutch pieces, a bunch of French pieces, a Polish item, a few other pieces. I think I honestly forget what's all in the mailbox. I'm having it all consolidated and being shipped to me. I also emptied out my Fanatics vault, so that will be a video by itself because it's 90 individual cards to talk about. So that'll be great. Ranges from tennis, boxing, of course, soccer, and Olympics. So yeah, so that's a lot of fun. But we'll go ahead and talk about the two packages. And then I'm going to talk about my goals for 2026, future videos, because I do plan on doing once I get everything in, my Fanatics vault and my German mailbox, because all of that was bought in 2025. So once I get all that in, I'm going to do a top 50 soccer cards, top 50 soccer cards in my collection, since my channel is primarily focused on soccer. Do I think the majority of soccer, like in my collection, with my top 50 be soccer? And if we're talking about value, probably not. Just because a lot of items haven't gone at auction, you don't really know how much they would cost. So I would assume value-wise, baseball and boxing would be the top. Would be the majority. Of course, there would be a few soccer pieces, maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 if we're doing just value. But I'm thinking the top 50 soccer cards in my collection will be a mixture of like my enjoyment, how long it took me to find it, and it won't be really centered around value. So yeah. But first pickup was this Paolo Nurmi postcard, 1924. I finished my collection of Bebe Bakuli, the 1960 Olympic runner who won the first gold medal for Africa. I'm pretty sure I'm finished with that collection because I think the last piece I needed I picked up on Fanatics, and we'll show that off. And then Paolo Nurmi, I was missing because I have his Greeling. He's got a bunch of issues in like the late 20s and 30s, and so I have a bunch of the Swedish from 1930s. I have a bunch of the 1920s items. Of course, there's always more, but I think the last piece I wanted for him was his earliest, and as far as I know, because I also have a Type 1 photo for him as well, but as far as I know, his earliest comes out of this postcard set, and he has a couple of variations. I bought two of them, so I bought this one, and I bought another one, but it's on the way from France, so I will show that off when I get that in. And then I bought a 4-card lot from a buddy from the Discord group here in America, and so I finally picked up the Iniesta rookie. Didn't have it. I needed it. Haven't picked up a bunch of the pre-modern guys. I need to start picking them up. So here I got 4 of them. So Iniesta's rookie. Aragona's rookie. I think. I really just wanted a card from this set. Of course, the Amancio, I think is how you pronounce it, Luis Amancio. But of course, I would like his rookie from the set. I'm not too familiar exactly how many notable rookies are in the set, but I'm happy to have one. Famous Spanish coach. It just stood out when I saw it. One of his rookies. He started with Real Madrid in 1962. there might be, as of right now, nobody's come forward with an earlier card for this player. So he's got 4, maybe 5 different 1962 cards. So I'm happy to have one. And then my favorite from the 4 cards, Shevchenko, 1998 out of Ukraine or Russia. I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with the set. But to my knowledge, he's got at least 2 1998 issues, both Eastern Europe, before he joined AC Milan in 1999. He's got several more from 99 from Eastern Europe when he was with Milan. And then he's got an actual Italian card from 99, which I have and may have shown off sometime. But yeah. So that's really nice. These are graded by CGC, so I might get it graded, because I think the set is named 1998-99 League of Champions. I think that's what CGC has named it. And then, so those are new pickups. What else? I guess I can show these off. These are 2 football cards that I got my dad for Christmas. So the O.J. Simpson rookie was a funny gift, and then I knew the Joe Namath would be nice. So those are great. I got a bunch of like protectors and stuff for Christmas, so I put this guy in a protector. I might grade this at the National, so he might not be out of here. I've been deciding what I want it graded. Ideally, I got like a whole box of I can't do that. Got a whole box of cards that I wouldn't mind getting graded. It's roughly 400 or so. Yeah, so it's about 400 cards. And I went through and picked out, 20 to 30. This might change. Of course, some of the cards that I'm picking up that are coming from France, I'll want to be graded. So yeah, so this is not, permanent. But yeah, so of course I have to get this one graded. This is his most sought after known earliest issue, since right now his earliest issue is 66. Valdez, absolutely. I really love that 66 album. I would like to get the majority of those stars graded. I still have to remove them from the album, but for right now, it'll probably just be rookies and extremely rare items. So the 1959 Sanchez, Lionel Sanchez, his earliest issue. Larson, his rookie. And yeah, I don't care about the grades. Like, I don't at all care about like what these come back as. It'll just be for protection. These were all picked up in 2025. I know CGC grades this set. I think they're the only grading company that has graded this set. This is only the second copy I've ever seen. It's not a rookie. His earliest is from Denmark from 1927. Bakir. Von Hempst rookie. this 1933 Belgian national set. I would love to get the Alphonse 6 from this set. So that would, if I find that before the national, of course, that would be graded, but we'll see. This will probably not be graded because I am getting an earlier card of his during his playing years, because this is not during his playing years. He's got 2 known issues during his playing years, and one is from the 1914 British American Tobacco set, which is extremely rare, and the other one is from the 1924. It's another Belgian set, because there's only 2 before 1930, but I forget the name. So, and then all of these guys from the El Salvador set. So Orth, I say Joseph Uridel. Don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name. Horvath, Andrade, Romano, Nasazi, and Rydell. So I have the complete. I'm missing one card from the 20 card set for the soccer players, because it's a 100 card set. I've discussed this before. It's a 100 card set. I have 50 or so. I don't have any of the baseball players, and I am missing one soccer player. He's an Italian, the one I'm missing. But if I don't care to have it complete. I'm not actively searching for the Italian from the set. I'm just happy to have the ones I do have. So this is his earliest out of Greeling. I don't expect for any of these to come back any impressive grade. So this is a small Greeling of Halverson out of Norway. I also have his larger medium-sized Greeling, but I've been told in good condition the smaller ones are much more rare, and so I'll grade the smaller one. Abe Linster's rookie. And then this Israeli 1958 World Cup issue of Tichy. Of course, I'll grade my Hugo Sanchez. I'll try to grade that. I need to sit down and really figure out what exactly it is, because it's definitely off the back of a matchbook. 1930s Mexico. So who knows? I'll grade that. The Valderrama rookie. I'll grade the Cubalas' rookie. I'll try to do the Russian issues. Maybe those as well. Maybe the 78 Americanas. I don't know. It all depends. I also need to go through the boxes, because I know I have more soccer cards in there. And my drawers. Yeah, I need to go through everything to double check. So with showing off, oh, never mind. So here are more cards that are just not top loaded that I'll probably get graded. This is a uncatalogued 1931 set. Doesn't really have a name. Probably the earliest card for Brain that you're going to find. His earliest comes out of a chocolate Belgian album from 1930. But I haven't seen anybody shown that off. Well, that's not true. I've seen one person who has it, who has a partial album. But that's it. And then all these cards from the 43 Mexican set. Definitely grading that one. Definitely grading these two as well. So yeah. So that's a lot of fun. That'll be interesting. I might try to grade some postcards as well, like this. I mean, I just think this is extremely important. This is his earliest known piece. It predates the Itis by at least 4 years. So really, I am just astounded to have found this. But that's a good way to get into this, because that kind of is on my list for my goals for 2026. So it's split up into 7 parts. One of the parts I'm not going to talk about on camera. I'm going to keep that private. This is just what I want to do with my collection. Oh, I sold the Orth Greeling. That's why you didn't see it for the grading. I sold that. I was okay to let it go. I think potentially I'd be able to find another one. It's not as, like, yes, I love the issue, but I got a price for it that I couldn't really turn it down, and it's helping fund a whole lot more items into the collection. So yeah, I miss it, but I'm glad to do it. It's in a better home, and who knows, maybe I'll find another one. I wasn't in love with the copy that I had because of the stamp and the way the ink bleeded through onto the other side of the card. So it's okay. I have other issues with him on it. And I'm happy because I put 3 up for sale. I put the Orth, the Lenstra, and my Socrates rookie. And I'm happy to let that one go and keep the other 2, because those 2 are like rookies. I have the Orth and 1924 team postal, so I'm okay with letting go of the 28th. So my goals for 2026, the first one is I want to add an example showing these 20 names. And it's not like I'm looking to complete the list. It would be crazy if I was to complete this list in 2026. But I'm looking to get like half of everything I've mentioned. I think that would be ideal. So I would like to get an example showing these 20 names. So Rashid Mekalafi out of Algeria. Ideally, I would like his Olympiad gum from like the 50s. 57, I think, is the date people have agreed on. Bodula from Romania. A postcard showing him and Dobe would be awesome. And a bunch of the other Romanians. Anything showing Li Wei Tong out of China. Ideally before World War II. But I'll take what I can get. Eugene Moss from France. A postcard when he was on Amicable Red Star from 1910 to 14. Jorge Brown from Argentina, a 1904 postcard showing the whole team of alumni out of Argentina. Jan Stanica from Austria, the 1912 Olympic postcard. Alphonse 6, Belgian, 1933 Belgian national card. Alejandro Morera from Costa Rica, a team postal from Costa Rica is what I'm searching for and chasing. Paul Nielsen from Denmark, 1914-20 Globus stamp. Abdulrahman Fawzi, Fawzi from Egypt. The Egyptian top scorer for the 1934 World Cup. Gottfried Fuchs from Germany. Anything showing him, whether it be his team in the 1910s when he was with Julius Hirsch or Fodderer, would be great. Of course, I will take the 1925 Manoli set as well. Kusashigi Kamamoto from Japan, his 1968 card. The 1968 Trump Shonen deck is the earliest cards of any soccer players, and there's 2 soccer players in the set. I would like the complete set, but I'm chasing the 2 soccer players from this set because it's the earliest from Japan. Manuel Solich from Paraguay, his 1925 dollar. Alejandro Villanueva from Peru. It sounds like it'll probably be a 1930s magazine, a Peruvian magazine showing him. Rafael Pichichi Morera, or Moreno. My handwriting's not the best. From Spain. So anything for him would be great. Of course, I'm chasing the 1912 Spanish magazine out of Bilbao. Vahep Ozaltay, Ozaltay, out of Turkey. I might already have him. I'm looking for a team postal because, I doubt to find a bunch of these players. It'll have to be like a team setting, but I might already have him coming because I have a 1920s lot of a bunch of Egyptian teams, Turkey teams, and Belgian teams. That's on the way. And then probably the toughest one on here, because I know everybody from the Discord is looking for these, at least two of these three players. Of course, I will take a card from the 20s. I'm not going to chase after post-playing days. So the 1930s issues, I will not chase for these guys. So Jose Piendibene, Piendibene. Earliest card is from the earliest Uruguayan set. It's a white whale. Not going to find it. Oh well. But a team postal for when Uruguay played in like the 1916 like Copa, like the 1916 South American Championship. So showing him, Juan Delgado, and Isabelino Grandin. So that would be ideal. Some late teens, early 20s postal photographs showing all three players. Yeah, so that's the 20 names. And then I would also like to add these cards. 1954 photo crack fold out of Omar Savori. 1940s Jeff Mermans. Or any other Belgian rookie from the black and white Belgian sets. 1951 Louis Donnet, Raymond Copa. This is the last Copa I need. 1960 Alberto Spencer rookie. Any of the Greeling rookies that I'm missing out that I don't have yet. 1923 IC Plaubar Alfred Schaefer. And then the 1960 Albert Florian rookie out of the Italian magazine. And then to discover a pre-1958 Lev Yashin. So definitely some big goals. Add on to the photos or postal sets of like the Austrian 1920s postals that I have. I want to find the players that I'm missing. 1930s Hungarian photo sets. 1930s Polish postal showing Ernest Wilimowski when he played for whatever the team is called from 1934 to 39. So I'll be looking for that. Would like to add any of these albums from Czechia, Yugoslavia, Mexico, Greece, Portugal, Israel, Italy, and Denmark. So I have one album that I'm searching for from all those countries. Add on to the magazines, 1920s Chile, 1930s Germany, 1920s France, 1910s Czechia, and 1930s, 20s through the 30s for Turkey. So, just add more magazines to my collection. And then my last goal is to keep adding on to the 1919 Philips cigarette set, because I have 8. It's like a set of 57 cards. I have 8 already. And then 1914 to 20 Globus stamps. It's like, I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 30 different players. I have 5. It's probably more than that. I don't know. But I would like to add on to both of those sets. So yeah, those are the goals of 2026. Future videos will be, top 50 soccer cards in my collection. It'll be videos talking about the packages that I have coming in, deals that I'm finishing up, any new finds. So yeah, that's basically all I have left to talk about. If you have any questions, please just message me or message me on YouTube or in the Discord. And I appreciate it. Peace.